Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Elwin playing Factorio Subspace Trading Network, and today I'm going to do some trading. So, just looking at the Subspace Trading Network tab here. I'm pretty sure I'm never going to need power, so I'm just never going to use this subspace accumulator. I might try it out, but I don't need it for now. The subspace recycling chest is a great thing to have probably around, so I'll get one of those. So it's the terminals of various levels here that I want. So they have the same health, crafting speed, and energy consumption as assembly machines, which is kind of, whatever. So let's work on this. So it looks like I need a bunch of fish. I can buy fish. So I'm going to buy some fish. I'm going to do this a little differently, though. So I'm going to have these. I'm going to have a passive provider chest, and that is going to be limited to that. So we're going to have fish on each of these, and well, whatchamacallit here to... Oh, thanks, robots. Cool, so we've got a ton of fish already. It doesn't cost us too much. As you can see, I cleared out this whole expanse of forest, so I've got down here 3.3 thousand wood that are being sold. In fact, I'm going to maybe change that. I don't know. So fish seem to be a pretty basic building block for the Subspace Trading Network. So, at this point, I'm going to grab all of them. And now I need made in... Okay, so I'm going to make a couple of these. And what I have going right now is probably not ideal. As in terms of, stuff, I guess. Not ideal in terms of efficiency and whatever, but so I'm going to get some processing units. So one processing unit costs me 220 credits. Wow. It's time to get that discount research, I guess. But I have advanced processing units without having to do all of the other building stuff, which is pretty neat. That said, these guys are just going to keep going and going and going. Not a big deal. So we'll do that. So how do I want to make money off of this? What can I sell? I can sell crude oil. Selling crude oil seems like a weird investment here. Sell 10 crude oil for 20 subspace credits. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I can only do that in these. So I'm going to have 2 of them. Sell crude, and yeah, look at that. Pipe hookup as expected. I need to run and grab some... Why is my copper dry? My copper is... Jeez. Nearly completely dry because my circuits are getting hit really, really hard. Oh, because I turned on my research. Okay, that makes sense. So I need more, much, much more in the way of... copper production pretty soon. But I do have this lined up, so I'll get that pretty soon. So where was I? I needed pipes. So I'll take all of these. And I do want to move this. So the discount is researched. How much does this stuff cost now? Still says 220. And now I have 0. God, I hope that the discount actually works. It's going to be really unfortunate if it doesn't. So I'm going to start selling my crude oil. Seems like a questionable idea, right? It kind of feels like one. But that's okay. So what I'm going to do is hook this up to one storage tank. So when this storage tank is like full, or when it has, you know, right now it's got 2.4 thousand, I'm going to set it so that when crude oil is greater than, let's do 2100, it's going to pump. It's going to pump and pump and pump, and I'm going to sell all of it. That's all these guys are going to do. Can't put modules in these. I wonder if they can be affected by beacons. So this is good. This is, you know, this is some progress. I'm making stuff to sell it. Well, I'm using my raw materials, which I guess is the only way to sell, which I'm not, I think I've covered that before. I'm not a big fan of that. Let's see what else. You can sell, well, circuits, advanced circuits. No, you can only buy those. Wow. Alright. I'm going to keep doing the discount. Because if I can hit... So that's going to be 50% discount. That's going to be a processing unit for 110 credits. That seems reasonable. I mean, that's pretty good. So I can sell 10 and buy 10 for 12 at the end of this. It's probably nothing that you could, you know, buy and then sell for a profit. That would be super cheap. 2 and 6 and 1, 20 and 48. So the oil is a decent way to make money. My fish are full. I've got all these fish. Making fish is a weird decision, but there it is. Oh, okay. That's not very kind of in your face, but it's okay. Let's see what happens. Periodically recycles the contents of the Subspace network, granting a small amount of Subspace credits. I have no idea how many credits I got for that. So I don't like that. It's a trash can, but it doesn't tell you how much things are worth, which, no, I don't like that. So let's get another couple of these. Let's tag all these fish. What's this? That's 12 processing units. I don't know if that's going to be worth it. This is just crafting speed, unless I wanted to try to make some sustainable network, which I suppose I should, since I named the whole series after this one mod. It's probably a good idea to do that. And then, well, let's get a couple more of these. I'm gonna move these guys. Provider. Okay, so this one's ready. And then let's get 2 of these. These will be my blues. provider, and provider. Okay, that works. So we'll limit this one because I've got 4 hooked up to the same chest to 2 slots, and we'll do the same there. And you know what? We're going to do it with the fish as well. I need advanced circuits. So yeah, this is the Subspace Trading Network. We're making this happen. I don't know if I have enough here. This is nice, but it's not a lot. Seeing that should stop right now, actually. Okay, the pump did stop. Perfect. No, I'm right here. Alright, so we'll just set up another tile, and this will be for fish. This is my purchasing section, and then I'll have another selling section over here. And requester chest right there. Once again, limited to just 2 slots. That's probably even too many for fish, but whatever, I don't care. Let's make this happen. So we'll do 2 more. Nope, I need 2 more. So what do I want to buy now? I want to buy... Oh, I wonder if I can buy ore and then sell it. Oh, I can't buy plate. Or I can't sell plate. So frustrating. This mod is... It really feels like, just, again, just initially using it, not even getting that far into it, it feels like it should be way more robust. And it's just not. You're buying stuff to shore up your own supplies, or to shore up any shortages that, I guess it's the best word, shortages that you have in your own supply. And that's not... I put so much time and research into this. I feel like I should be getting something extra. Something bigger than what the game already has to offer. Realistically, the only thing that I can think of that would make this worthwhile is, you know, trading your coal for crude oil, or maybe, you know, your wood obviously is going to get sold because it's garbage, but if you're short on alien artifacts, you might use this, but I don't know. It just feels lacking. You know, and maybe it's a different thing if you challenge yourself to make as much as you can with only subspace trading, but that would be really, really hard. That means you're just feeding your resources straight into a selling thing instead of smelting it. You know, and maybe that can work. Maybe. I don't know. Like, look at that. 10 iron plate. Oh, okay. So 2. Okay. Yeah, I'm just underwhelmed at the moment. Yeah, that just destroyed all of this. So you need a huge network of these terminals to do much of anything, right? Oh yeah, no, we're not doing that. And like even this, you know, I don't have an infinite amount of resources here just to sell my oil. It's too valuable. Again, and I guess that comes down to needing to do a major overhaul on how you think about Factorio, or you need to challenge yourself to use this mod as your main point of resource gathering. So I'm going to do something a bit different here. I'm going to start selling coal. Because I can. Okay, so I have the full discount. I've only got 6. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. It just doesn't feel like it's good enough. It just doesn't. Such a cool idea, it just doesn't feel good enough. And you know, and you have to take this. This is very easy for me to say as a player. I am not a creator. I am not a creator at all. I mean, you see what I do. I play games and I talk to myself. You know, that's as much creation as I do. So kudos to steeeeven. I don't know if I have the intonation on that correctly, but you know, definitely some tweaks, some more features, a little bit more emphasis. Oh man, I'm buying coal. Damn it. Selling coal. Yes. And that is going to kill this coal patch really quickly. So to support this, I'm going to have to go make an outpost just to feed this. So I guess thinking about that, right? If you're not smelting, if you're using only these purchasing terminals to buy your finished steel, iron plate, and copper plate, then you don't need to smelt, except for stone bricks. You can easily divert that though. So we've got all of this going. I need to buy some of the other things here. Okay, so if I buy steel, and then I buy iron plates, then I buy something else. Like, and this is really small scale too, right? This is very, very small. I'm not even making enough to support running most of this. It's going to get easier as things fill up their boxes. Oh, snap. Got to remember to close off boxes. But even then, if you're trying to run a big factory on just your subspace trading, it's going to be tough. Especially before you get all those discounts. I was lucky enough to have built up the infrastructure around already, basically by being just having it be a normal Factorio game, because I didn't see the value in the subspace trading. Still a little bit skeptical on the value of the subspace trading, but I love the concept. I keep saying that. I love it. And we need one for copper. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be selling crude oil buying it as well, so I'm going to flip over to, this one's going to be a little tricky, to buying crude oil instead. Because yes, it's a raw resource, but it's a kind of fundamentally different one. So I'm going to buy oh, it's got to be further back. And offset. Okay, so that is actually getting filled up because I have the pump on the other side. This is just decimating that coal. Even though it's still going to take 4 hours to clear that out. It's moderately impressive. So let's reverse the pump. So if crude oil is less than 2.1, then it's going to start pumping from the Subspace Trading network, but I don't expect that to happen very often. I really don't. This last one... Steel. No, steel copper. All right. There we go. So I guess this is the beginning, right? The processing units actually have the most value, in my opinion. Unfortunately, just the normal demand on all of these other goods, like, you know, your plates, your steel, the advanced circuits, and the green circuits, those are going to be so used all the time that you'll never be able to afford, because it's going to trigger as soon as it has enough credits to actually order. So you're never going to build up 110 credits with that discount to get to advanced processing units unless you know, limit these boxes like this and just don't let your supplies go anywhere. But then what's the point? Maybe I'm missing something fundamental about this that my brain is not really working on right now. But I don't know what that would be. Like, and this really is unfortunate because I'd love to have a list, you know, modify all of these existing items to say, this lamp will be worth 10 subspace credits if you sell it in this recycle box. Now, unless you do a trial of each individual item, you'll never know. Maybe that's necessary. I don't know. But it feels like a lot of work for a mod that I'm not going to use. Oh, boy. See, I'd have to stop all of the production over here. So... I don't know, man. This is... I feel a bit defeated, honestly, because this is what I really wanted to make work. And I just don't think that the power of the subspace network as a whole is going to be enough to power a, you know, a factory that you're going to want to play with. Again, unless you put all of your resources into doing this and then somehow hook it up to a circuit network, you know, if that ever works correctly. Yeah. I mean, I guess... So here's a different way to look at it. Yeah, I think I'm thinking about this as a full base resource generation tool. But this could be really awesome though if you're far away from your main base, if you're out at an oil outpost or an iron outpost and you need some goods and you have some of these trading networks available, just plop one down, you have credits, you know, those are due to you. You just buy what you need and then you can go on your way. So I guess that would be a fun way to use it. That might be the only way to use it. For me right now, this is the only part that has any practical application. Because I haven't set up these blue circuits for my normal production yet. Yeah, so I'm probably going to leave this as it is. Maybe tie in some other resources to sell down here. Because my coal is, like I said, it's going to go pretty quickly. Could start selling some stone. My little sad beginning iron patches are slowly dying. Yeah, you know, maybe I take one of these patches here and I just feed all of the resources. You know, maybe that's what has to happen. But yeah, so that's going to do it for this episode. I hope I don't sound too defeated, but yeah, that's how it goes. You know, this is a mod, and I'm still going to play this, play this game because I've got a lot of other stuff going on that I think are really fun. But that said, you know, we'll stop here and see what happens in the future. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.